Alright, y'all said to watch this video, bro? Alright, let's see it.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Yeah, I have my friend here, he got shot.
Where is he bleeding from?
His head, his face. It looks like he
What?
got shot in the back of the head and in the face.
That's a typical Tuesday night. I knew this night was cursed. Did they tell you where he got shot through?
Yeah.
Right nostril came out back here.
He got shot in the nostril, my boy. Hold on.
Looks like he got shot in the back of the head and in the face.
And in the face. He got shot in the back of the head and in the face. Why is it muted?
Tuesday night. I knew this night was cursed. Did they tell you where he got shot through?
Yeah.
Right nostril.
Right nostril.
Came out back here.
So he got shot in the right nostril and then it came out through the back.
Walked 2 miles. Like,
lying.
Walked. I'm sorry for pausing. I'm just blown away by the beginning of this video, bro. 20 seconds in and I'm already fucking like, what? Huh? He walked 2 miles after getting shot in the face.
I don't know why. I would charge him now with this.
When a 911 call reports an alleged shooting in Holly Hill, Florida, police officers are not prepared for the bizarre case that awaits
Florida.
them. In a desperate attempt to seek help, the victim reportedly walked over a mile to his friend's place after
Holy
being shot
shit.
in the head.
Holy
While this
shit.
astonishing feat leaves the Holly Hill Police Department facing myriad questions and confusion, they must also race against time to catch the suspect before he can escape. The suspect in question and all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On a chilly night on January 17, 2024, officers are dispatched to a house at Harder Drive after receiving a 911 call from a panicked man about his friend being shot.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Yeah, I have my friend here, he got shot. Yeah, he just woke me up. I was sound asleep and he just knocked on my door and yeah, someone shot him, yeah.
Where is the person at?
I don't know. He just came knocking on my door, ma'am. Can you get an ambulance here?
Yeah, I'm going. Where is he bleeding from?
His head, his face. It looks like he got shot in the back of the head and in the face.
Are you able to get a clean, dry cloth and apply pressure to the areas he's bleeding from?
Yeah, and he's kind of bleeding all over. So, and
Whoa.
You can't give him something or help him hold something on the bleeding to try to get under control?
yeah. Just get an ambulance here, please.
Yeah, they're coming. They're on the way. These questions are slowing them down, okay?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Try to
He's got his shirt over his face and everything.
Okay.
As the friend continues to share more horrifying details, he reveals something that even leaves the dispatch operator baffled on the other line.
But he knows the guy that shot him, so.
How? Huh?
He knows the guy that shot him.
Okay.
That's what he said. So I don't know the guy's name. When the cops come, they can give him
Can you ask
the
him?
ambulance. What's the guy's name? Chris Hastings.
Okay.
By getting the shooter's name, the police already have a key to the case, something that they usually have to scramble to obtain. However, their immediate priority is to rescue the victim before time runs out.
New dispatch message. Call type. Person shot. Murder drive.
As the officers rush to the location, expecting the worst, they are met with the most unbelievable sight.
You want to come out here? Is anybody else here?
My old lady.
Your old lady? Okay.
Uh-oh.
You got a phone?
Guy shot me.
Where at?
I don't know, my shoulder, my head, my face.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and have a seat for me? Can we pull a chair out?
He got shot in the back of the head and on the side of the face.
Can you pull a chair out for
I
me?
walked all the way from Clovis.
Do you know who it was?
Chris Hastings.
How do you know Chris?
Have a seat.
Miraculously, the 44-year-old victim has not only managed to somehow survive the savage attack, but he's conscious enough to share more astounding details from the incident despite his indescribable pain.
We're still trying to figure it out. Give us a minute. So this happened just now?
Yeah,
How did you get down
I
here?
walked.
You walked from Florida?
According to the victim's account, the shooter is 33-year-old Christopher Hastings, a resident of Ormond Beach. Police records further state that Hastings has a history of being arrested for domestic battery and the possession of substances in the past. As the night unfolds, police will soon uncover the truth behind Hastings allegedly shooting someone. But just as the officers are listening to the horrific account of the victim, one of them makes a stark observation that completely changes the trajectory of the case.
I don't think it's a gunshot.
It's not.
No, you weren't shot, but
No.
I don't think. I mean, anything's possible.
It's like a stun gun. It was like a big. Oh my god! It hurt.
Looks like something went in because it's kind of startled like that.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it.
He didn't
As
get
the night
shot.
progresses, officers will find out that they have been wrong in their observations.
Where does Chris Hastings live at?
I don't know. He stays with a guy named Alex on Fulbich.
So were you at his house, or where did this happen? I mean, were you in the yard, or did it happen while you were walking down the street? Just walking in.
Riding my bike.
Chris Hastings, yes. That's our suspect.
Yeah, they're trying to confirm it. 21 Central, that's confirmed. That's what he's saying. It was her.
Was he driving a car or anything?
No, he was on the street.
Was he on a bike? Was he walking?
No, he was on the street. Just standing on the street.
Okay. You sure it was Flomish and not Cali Grande?
No, it was Fulbich.
Okay.
On foot?
Yeah, you want to go up there and... He says, I'm Flomish.
As the victim continues to share more information, the police finally find out the motive behind the alleged shooting.
How do you know it was Flomish and almost Riverside?
I left the bar.
You left the bar?
I was at Rousey's.
So he was at Rousey's, and then you were...
I left the bar. Oh my god. My girlfriend's car was there, and I yelled. I was like, what the f? You know, 'cause my girlfriend was there.
Officers would eventually find out that the victim and Hastings got into an argument at a friend's place by Riverside that eventually led to Hastings allegedly shooting him, a detail that they're still struggling to confirm when medics arrive.
Yeah, he's saying that. I don't know.
21's going to be out there to try to find our victim's bike if we can have a deputy help him out. According to the victim, Chris is on foot. No vehicle involved. Do you have any clothing description of Chris?
It was dark. I just heard his voice, and I knew it was him.
Just dark clothing. Does it look like a shot?
84 on the full 99 room area. You got that? 84 on the full.
Is it exit room, you think?
Wait, so if he didn't get shot, what hit him?
Despite collecting substantial information on the case, the question of the victim's cause of injury continues to dominate all conversations. As the officer goes on to record an official statement from the friend, one of the other officers manages to locate Chris Hastings in their system's records and shares accurate details about his description.
14, he's a heavyset white man with a goatee, dark hair, kind of balding.
On the other hand, the officer who had
Kinda
left to
balding.
look for the victim's bike has some news to share.
21 Central. I'm out with the bike at 108 Flumich. If I get another car to block off the western side of Flumich a little bit.
That's the bike he was riding.
10 on 2. I'm just going to block off like 30 feet from each side of the bike and put up tape for now.
As both the officers begin to scour the area, they know that only solid evidence can prove the victim's bizarre story. It's incredible that despite having a gunshot wound to the head, the victim was able to give an accurate location of his bike.
So there's a shoe, there's his hat, all the blood's right there.
Was he shot in the head?
Yeah, like right here. And then a leg.
So he just said this guy he knows just walked up and shot him?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Did he say there's a couple units in front of him?
Yeah, it's 37 on him. I'm trying to find.
So he knows the guy riding the bike that got shot. Sounds like he said that he shot him. That's a pretty distinctive thing to do for someone to pull a gun on you and shoot you in the face. And they're saying it doesn't look like a gunshot wound. So I don't know, man. It's kind of weird.
Casing.
As the officers
Oh, yeah,
struggle to
casing,
locate
huh?
the ever-evasive casing, one of their leads receives an update that changes the course of the case yet again.
10-4 Central, WC2. I copy, I'm aware. Thank you.
The police had managed to locate Christopher Hastings within 8 minutes of the initial report.
Damn.
Hands on top of your face. Do it now. If you do anything other than we tell you what to do, you will be shot. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Cool.
Got it.
Damn, they really just told.
Man, that's what it is.
Hastings is found only 2.2 miles away from the crime scene after driving past a license plate.
They always play
However,
dumb.
he claimed to have an alibi and was heard saying, quote, "I just got back from Orlando not too long ago, maybe half an hour ago." The need to locate solid evidence against Hastings grows twofold, and the lead officer immediately coordinates with the team near the victim's bike.
Are you there with the bike? That's supposed to be the scene if we can hold that down.
I am. Yeah, we got both sides blocked off. I've been looking for a casing. I haven't seen nothing.
As the officers on the crime scene continue to clamor for any leads, a man approaches them, and what he has to share sends a chill down their spine.
Stay over there, please. What's up?
You're good. You're not in any kind of danger or anything like that.
I was actually considering calling you guys about maybe, 45 minutes ago. I live right here.
Did you hear something?
I heard voices.
Was it like a yelling?
Like a yelling, and then, believe it or not, I heard what could have been a shot.
Okay.
And something hit my house.
It hit your house?
Oh.
But, I mean, it's dark, so I'm not hearing anything.
Just how many shots do you think you heard? Just one? Okay.
Given the gravity of what the witness had just told them, the officer immediately informs others on the team about it.
Plumage is advising that they heard a gunshot and something hit their house.
Is there any blood on the floor or
Despite the
anything?
witness's account, one of the officers is still feeling perplexed about the incident.
It's cold. So that pretty much confirms that he was shot. It didn't really look like it because it's like right here.
Yeah.
You know how like the paper tears?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. So it could have been like somebody whacked him with something. I mean, yeah. It's all hill. Come on. That's a typical Tuesday night. I knew this night was cursed. I had 3 reports in the first 2 hours. Ugh.
What this officer doesn't know yet is that one piece of evidence at the location of the arrest is about to lift this curse.
There it is.
Self-confirmed?
Looking like it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's right.
Knife, cocaine.
And it had to be a small caliber because it went through and looked like it came out of his face. So it went in here and out here, right his nose. But he's talking. He's drunk.
That's the important parts.
Yeah, apparently. So I figured it had to be a small caliber. All right, cool. Yeah, almost like police work happening here.
Having found the firearm used for the alleged...
Well, I didn't see the gun.
What this officer doesn't know yet is that one piece of evidence at the location...
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see the gun. I only saw the knife. Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's right.
I saw the knife handle.
And it had to be a small caliber because it went through and looked like it came out of his face. So it went in here and out here, right his nose. But he's talking. He's drunk.
That's the important parts.
Yeah, apparently. So I figured it had to be a small caliber. All right, cool.
Yeah, it's probably like a 22 or something.
Like police work happening here.
Having found the firearm used for the alleged shooting, the lead speaks with the officers at the
45?
crime scene immediately.
It's small caliber revolver. We're not touching it though. Yeah.
What is that? I think that's a 22.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not gonna find one with a revolver. Any blood would be interesting though. He said it was right next to where his bike was. Maybe across the street from the bike.
The lead officer receives an update that crushes all of their doubts about the victim's injuries.
Okay, I kind of want to know what that was now. I don't feel confident that was a 22, but I want to know. Where was that? Where did it show that? God damn it. Not here.
It's small caliber.
Alright, well now I want to know what this is. Fiocchi cowboy action. See what 22 looks like. Looks like this. 38, 145, 720, 50. Wait. No, it doesn't add up. These are all saying no. Looks like it, but no. Yeah, same revolver pretty much. I don't know, I think that's it, but the numbers aren't adding up. The numbers don't look the same. So maybe 9mm? Nope. .45? I'm baffled. What the fuck is that? Lead round. This is it. Flat. Flat point. Okay, that's why I didn't kill him. Gotcha. Alright, it's a 38.
Revolver. We're not touching it though.
Idiot.
Yeah, you're not gonna find one with a revolver. Any blood would be interesting though. He said it was right next to where his bike was. Maybe across the street from the bike.
The lead officer receives an update that crushes all of their doubts about the victim's injuries.
Okay. There's a detective en route to you. So if you figure out what room you're in, if you let me know.
At the other location, just as the officers begin to secure the area, they're met with an unforeseen complication that threatens to contaminate the entire crime scene.
Trapped.
Sprinkler system.
Is that one hitting? No. It's not hitting it. No. I know. There's no hose turn-offs. There's no hose turn-offs. I'm just worried that this side's going to turn on next.
Anything on the side of the house that's sprinkler?
No, I checked all the hose spigots. I just don't want to damage the. Yeah.
As the officer continues to process the crime scene and evidence, more backup officers arrive to lend their assistance. With the pictures punched in for evidence, officers begin to seal all articles from the crime scene to be brought to the station for additional processing. At the location of the detainment, officers are now planning a strategy to break Hastings into a confession, but they don't know yet that Hastings is going to share new stories with them once he steps inside the interrogation room.
New stories.
We're gonna hold him. I'm gonna stay with the car. I got 3 detectives coming. Apparently it was in the nose and out the back.
So it's entry.
Shot him in the nose.
Entry too. I thought it was the
So
opposite.
that's definitely.
And it went out the back of his head?
Police.
What? What? He shot him in the nose and it went. Okay, so if he got shot in the face and it didn't come out, like if there was no like exit hole, then I would kind of understand how he could live because I've heard cases like that. If like you're shot like in the dome, sort of, like in the middle, in between, because there's a crease in your skull. If you're shot right there, it's possible you can live. But in the nose, I don't understand that. That's kind of crazy. And there's an exit hole, so it makes it even more crazy.
Find more than weapons in the suspect's car. According to the police report, they also find items they refer to as paraphernalia and allegedly a small baggie filled with a suspicious crystal-like substance.
That's what I'm
As
saying.
valuable as these findings may be, they don't necessarily prove that Chris Hastings is guilty. And if police take what the suspect is telling them at face value, they've detained an innocent man.
Can you tell me what I did?
He's fully searched. This is his stuff. I'm done going through it.
We'll figure it out. I'll talk to my sergeant.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here like, I'm cooperating obviously. I'm not dumb enough to resist you guys. I just want to know what I'm being arrested for.
No problem. Anybody read you your Miranda?
No, nothing.
Yeah, we'll do that. You're not arrested. You're just being detained.
As the suspect is driven to the police station,
Okay.
however, he determines that there isn't much difference between the two, and he makes it clear that he's not getting the treatment he deserves.
I don't know what's going on.
I mean, if he's getting driven to the jail, he's not detained. He's arrested. That's not. I don't know.
No, to the PD. Yeah, no, but why am I being transported anywhere if I'm only being detained?
That's what I'm saying.
Stay right here with my vehicle. So you guys are gonna get questions. I got no problem answering questions. Because right now it's not like I'm being detained. It's like I'm being arrested.
What was that, sir?
Sergeant.
Yeah, you saw him earlier. He's gonna come out.
You should have been talking to me before a cuff got put on me. If I'm being detained, I'm sitting here like I'm arrested. No rights read, no seatbelt put on for the drive.
Yes,
That's
sir.
fucked up.
Apologize for that.
The suspect does a convincing impression of a man who's done nothing wrong, but Chris's story of what happened between him and the victim, Ernest, will shift before the night is through.
They have to read him
After
his
Chris
rights,
has read
bro.
his rights at the station, he shares being still unaware on the reason for his arrest.
Who shot him in the face?
He got shot?
Does that look like a very convincing face to you? Nope. Instantly, you can tell this guy is guilty right off the bat.
Holy when?
Tonight.
Well, I got that part. When?
You're cooked.
Wasn't too long after about 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Where?
Well, that's what I'm going to ask you, Chris, because this is where we're going to need to start getting really honest with each other, okay? Because you're here for a reason. It's not like we picked you at random, okay?
Yeah?
I mean, I'm trying to be straight with you. I'm not trying to surprise you with anything. I'm just trying to get down to what happened and possibly hear your side of the story.
So all I know is that me and him don't really talk all that much because he thinks I'm.
He thinks you're with.
Yeah.
Okay. You said they've been dating for what, on and off 3 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I've only talked to the guy like 2-3 times. Other than that, he's been yelling threats at the house and whatnot that I'm a dead man and everything else.
Over at your house?
Yeah. Or over at Alex's house when I happen to be there.
Who's
He's
Alex?
stressing.
A buddy of mine.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
We go over there and play video games.
Gotcha. Where does Alex live?
Flumage?
Although Chris tries mightily to make it sound like this incident happened at some distant moment in the past, the detective has more recent altercations on his mind.
What happened tonight at Alex's house?
Don't know. I haven't been there.
Are you sure?
I haven't been to town. I got back from Orlando and started doing Ubers again and whatnot, and all of a sudden I'm stopped.
All right.
He got shot in the face?
Chris, that gun you got in the car matches exactly to what shot this dude. That's why I'm asking you about it. It might be an old piece of crap.
Yeah, I don't fire that gun. I don't fire any guns.
But that's the gun that got him. And it happened probably at Alex's house, because right there on Flomich.
Yeah, I don't know how, because that gun.
There's cameras all over that neighborhood, dude.
Okay.
A witness saw it. Ernest has already told us what's going on. Because it didn't kill him, and it didn't him up that bad. Apparently, the bullet just kind of went around and out the skin.
That's cool as hell.
Happens a lot, actually, especially with those smaller calibers. So what happened, dude?
In the face? In the nose? In the nose? Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't understand. I don't know. It's weird.
So, yeah, I mean, I need to know specifics here. I mean, if he did something, I need to know, partner.
He was riding his bicycle outside and whatnot, constantly yelling profanities and everything else. And I go outside and I try to, like, go away. Like, you're not allowed here.
For sure.
And he takes off, and he comes back like 20 minutes later.
What time did he first show up there?
I don't know. They literally just showed up to grab a quick bite to eat, and I was about to head back out the door again.
Gotcha. So you went for a walk?
Yeah, and all of a sudden he comes up behind me again and starts screaming, and I stop and I turn around, and he's charging straight at me. I jump off to the side. Cool, whatever. He turns around, he comes back and starts doing it again. And I was like, don't make me. And he goes around the block. I think, cool, he's finally gone. And all of a sudden I hear pedaling behind me. I turn around and there he is right about to hit me. That's pop.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, what happened after?
I panicked. I went back to the house and I said, I accidentally shot him.
You said that to who, Alex? Or... Okay.
Police speak to the young woman the next day, and she confirms that this conversation took place, though she doesn't mention hearing the word accidentally. As oblivious as Chris claims to be about how things escalated that night, police find evidence on his phone that tells a different story. In a message to his friend roughly 4 months earlier, Chris says he's dating the beautiful girl at the center of this romantic dispute, but says that her ex is causing headaches. Chris goes on to say, quote, "It'll be handled soon enough." Chris remains insistent that he's only now learning the shocking news that he shot Ernest, but that doesn't quite jibe with what other witnesses heard. The young woman tells police that she could hear Ernest screaming after the gunshot, and of course, the neighbor had a similar story.
Did you hear what they were yelling about?
It wasn't really words, it was more like just screaming.
The facts of that night are beginning to line up, but there's one last subject to address, the matter of intent.
Were you trying to kill him?
No. I didn't even want to hit him. I just wanted to scare him. I didn't even really know it was loaded until after it popped off. And that's when I panicked and I went back inside and I got my keys and got in my car and just drove.
Well, how are you gonna say you didn't know it was loaded if you said before, "Don't make me"? That's just like just showing the intent to like do what you kind of did.
Trigger, you're just expecting to hear like a click to scare him?
Yeah. I wasn't even planning on pulling the trigger. I was just hoping like the sight of it would be enough to deter him, like, go away. And when he startled me from behind, I just turned and
I'm not a doctor, and I didn't actually go to the hospital to really see him. I just, seen pictures of him and stuff.
I don't know how to handle having, if he's not, I don't know how to handle having a death on my conscience.
Until the end, Chris sticks with his story that he never meant to hurt Ernest, much less kill him. However, this claim won't be enough to prevent Detective Barrett from officially putting him under arrest.
All right, Chris. So, like I said, you're going to be charged.
It's fucking hair on my face.
Okay, given the circumstances and everything thus far, and just with the evidence it's showing, at this time, it's going to be an attempted murder charge, okay? That doesn't mean that's what's going to fly down the road, but that's what's going to be booked into the jail, okay? Do you understand that?
Not even close to what was happening.
All right. All right, man.
Hastings has been squared away for the time being, but the investigation continues. An officer tries to speak with the victim at the hospital, but the overwhelming pain prevents Ernest from giving her a thorough interview.
Hey, I'm off to report with the Holly Hill Police Department. Can you run me through what happened? I know you're in a lot of pain. We've got him in custody, okay?
Oh, sorry. My girlfriend's car there. But it ordered me. And he yelled, and then he came out, and then I went around a block. But I came back to, he was up the street, and he stopped me when I drove by him.
Why? When you rode by him?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's kind of hard. So your girlfriend's car was at a friend's house?
Yeah, where he's been staying.
Where that guy's been staying?
Yeah.
So you thought that they were hooking up, or what? Did you say anything to her or him?
I didn't see him, he yelled.
Meanwhile, the search for physical evidence continues. Chris tells police that he disposed of the spent casing in a nearby parking lot. Unfortunately, even with the help of surveillance footage, the cops can't locate it. They try again in the garbage cans on Flomich, a dirty job that leads to frustration.
That looks like a cigarette butt, right? Whatever that is, or whatever, I don't know. That cylindrical looking thing? Yeah.
I don't see it, dude. I'm lying. I don't know why. I would charge him now with this.
Despite Chris's insistence that the casing would either be found on Flomich or the parking lot, police are unable to locate it. But as challenging as this strange case has been for each one of them, the lasting impression left on the officers that night will likely be the victim's extraordinary resilience.
You got all the blood right there, and it trails down. You can see where he kind of laid and rolled. And then he got up. He walked with one shoe all the way to Marina Grande.
That's crazy.
Did they tell you where he got shot through?
Yeah.
Right nostril came out back here. Walked 2 miles. I guess he's drunk.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's... Huh.
That was your uncle, okay.
So he was going this way.
Yeah.
Still, man.
After fishing.
Fuck.
After a brief hospitalization, Ernest recovered enough to meet with police at the station 6 days later. At that time, he admitted to yelling at his girlfriend from the street on the night of the incident. He alleged that when he rode his bike past the house a second time, Chris Hastings emerged from the shadows and shot him in the face. As of today, Ernie has made a complete recovery following the incident. He's grateful for what he has and spends more time with his children. Christopher Hastings was charged with attempted second-degree murder, aggravated battery, tampering with evidence, and other unspecified crimes, and is being held at the Volusia County Branch Jail on no bond. Hastings pleaded not guilty and will face trial later this year.
That's unfortunate. Well, I'm gonna get what you deserve, I guess.